One of the most common struggles for golfers is trying to fix that slice, that gross ball flight, the weak shot that starts straight or a little bit left and then cuts off to the right. So today we're going to go over what's actually happening to cause that, right? There could be some things happening with the club, with your body, what is producing that left to right side spin that's making it go that way. And then we'll go over 3 different philosophies on how to fix it. So the first one's going to be more mechanical. If you're somebody who likes to work on positions in your golf swing, taking videos and really trying to get into the proper spot in order to hit different shots, that's probably going to be the one for you. We'll go over one that's more of a visual drill to help promote the club to shallow, and then just ball flight based. So the last one is going to be if you're more of a field player, you never want to see your swing on video, you don't care what it looks like, you just want it to produce decent shots, then that'll probably be the one for you. So not every golfer is the same, right? If you ask a PGA Tour player, if you ask one of them how they hit a cut, one of them might say, oh, I just pick a target and see it cutting off of that and I visualize everything. And another might start to explain the fundamentals on what actually gets the ball to do that. So these 3 options are, hopefully one of them will resonate with you, and we'll get into those now. All right, so first things first, what is actually happening in the golf swing to cause the slice? So in the simplest form, the club face is open and the club path is traveling left. So that means you're likely a little bit out over the top of the plane line, cutting across the ball, club face is open, that's causing the ball to start straight, left or right, and cause a bunch of big slice off to the right. You can see I already kind of demonstrated one, but if you do something, it'll probably look something like that. It's gonna start pretty straight and have a big peel off to the right, kind of weak. You can see the numbers on there. My club path is 6 to the left, meaning I'm over it, cutting across it, and the face is 8 open to that path, meaning the face is wide open, causing the ball to veer off to the right. So that's a good starting point just to understand you're likely over the top. There could be some different things for you personally that are causing it, but club is coming from here, face is open, and you're cutting across it. That's what's forcing the ball to have that big left to right curve. Now we're going to get into the mechanical fix for this. So if you're somebody who likes to practice a lot on the range, take videos, watch them, see the positions of your golf swing, and that's how you like to feel and fix things, this one's probably the option for you. So like I mentioned in the cause, the club's over the top and the face is open, and you're cutting across it, that's what's causing that big slice on it. So a really, really good drill for this is all based on the transition. So again, a lot of people actually have decent plane on the backswing, but then their initial move is to shift the club out. Maybe their shoulders are opening too quickly, but either way, the club is getting out over the plane line and open here. The opposite of that would be to feel the club down into the slot and a little bit closed. So we're gonna do a pump drill here. You might see a lot of PGA Tour players doing this. There's a lot of guys that have rehearsals for this action here. So 2 different options for it. One of them, to get to the top, feel it a couple of times, and again, you're really gonna wanna exaggerate feeling that club, almost get behind you to fix your normal tendency of being out over the top, but feel it a couple times, and then go back to the golf ball and try to resemble that feel. Ideally creating a pretty straight golf shot. Just in general, you're looking for that ball to at least be straight or drawing a touch. That one was pretty darn straight. The other option, which I think can make more drastic changes, is to do the same thing but hit the golf ball after the couple pumps. So it'll be something like this: top, pump, feeling the club shallow, feeling the club shallow, and then go. So both of those are options. If you're trying it out and you're not comfortable going 1, 2, and then hitting it, then I'd say go with the first one, just rehearsing that feel, getting it down into the slot, going back to the ball and trying it. But this is a really good option for trying to fix this looking move and get the club down and on plane, onto that right form, into the slot, so that you can swing on through without having that big cut on it. All right, so now this drill is going to be for somebody who's kind of in between a mechanical player and a really feel-based player. If you're somebody who doesn't want to take a ton of videos and work on positions, but also wants a visual there to help promote your swing change, this is probably the one for you. you're gonna grab 2 extra golf balls. One of them is gonna go just forward and inside the golf ball that you're hitting. The other one is gonna go just behind and outside. As I've mentioned probably a bunch of times in this video, the tendency for somebody who's hitting a big slice is to be out over the top and swing the club from out to in, almost down the path of these 3 balls. This promotes you to come more from the inside, obviously hit the intended golf ball without having any chance of hitting the extra 2. So in order to do this, come more from the inside and swing a little bit more out to the right, kind of through this gate. The golf club naturally is going to shallow. So just by having this here, you likely won't have to think too much about what the club is doing, trying to shallow it. If you do enough reps of this, that will happen naturally. In order to swing the club through this gate, it has to be coming more from the inside. You really can't be over the top. So ideally, once you get the hang of this, you'll get little tight draws. Very different from the big slices that you may be used to seeing. So if you start to do this and you're still seeing shots go out to the right, I would likely say that your path is getting better. You're not as much over the top and cutting across it, but you have to trust allowing the club to release to get the ball to draw instead of kind of being leaky out to the right. But this is a really, really good option when trying to keep it simple and get the club coming more from the inside to get rid of that big cut. All right, so finally we're getting to those field-based players. If you're somebody who never wants to see their swing on video, doesn't care about the mechanical positions of the golf swing, and you're just trying to produce the ball flight that you're looking for, this one is for you. So obviously I'm in a simulator and it shows you the path, what the ball flight's doing and all the numbers and everything, but for most people, they're probably out on a grass range when they're practicing. What I'd like for y'all to do is take an alignment stick. If you don't have an alignment stick, you can use something more on the ground like a head cover, but you put this about 10 to 15 feet out in front of you. You're gonna stick it in the ground. For my purposes, I'm just gonna lay it up against the screen. All I want you to do is sit on the range until you can get golf balls that start to the right of the alignment stick and draw. Again, if you're here and you're saying this is the feel and drill for me to fix my slice, you're probably not thinking about where the club's coming in, trying to shallow it, all of the mechanical things that produce the draw. So this gives you a visual to say, okay, the alignment stick's there, that's my target line. All I want to do is start it right and draw. So I'll try to do one of those now. That alignment stick's probably going to fall over when I hit it. Kind of as I expected, but that should start out to the right and turn over. Start a little bit straighter than I wanted to, but that's going to be the idea for you, is you're just going to sit on the range until you can get golf balls to start right and turn over. Ideally, you do it still by being pretty square to your target line. If you start getting too close, that could still kind of promote the same move. So try to line up square and just feel, obviously, the draw sensation. But again, if you're here, you're just trying to produce that ball flight. So just sit on the range until you can get those golf balls to start curving left. So hope this was all helpful for you. I think those are 3 really great drill options depending on what kind of player you are. You're not all the same, so it's really important to find the one that works for you, but hope at least one of those 3 was beneficial for you. Thanks. And then just to close it out, I'm on TikTok at Will Thompson Golf. That's probably the most popular. I'm on Instagram at Will Thompson Golf. This will be up on my YouTube, obviously. And then if you want some more personalized coaching, I'm on the Skillest app. So you can download that, search up my name, and if you got any questions, I'll look forward to hearing them. But otherwise, really appreciate it. Thanks.